You know, there's something comforting about styles that don't rush to impress. They don't shout, they don't chase trends, they just are. Like a well-loved linen shirt or a walk you take at the same hour every morning. And bob haircuts? Some of them carry that same quiet grace. They've stayed with us through seasons, through changes, through decades. So today, we're talking about 5 timeless bob haircuts for women over 60. The kind that never go out of style. And more importantly, never stop making you feel like yourself. Whether you love a classic bob, a soft layered look, or just want something natural and low maintenance, this video was made with you in mind. And hey, if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, I just want a haircut that feels like me again, you're in the right place. This is Glow After 60, where we celebrate elegance, ease, and all the quiet beauty that comes with living life a little more slowly and a lot more truly. If that sounds like your kind of space, I'd be so happy if you'd hit subscribe, not because you need a makeover, but because you deserve to feel seen, just as you are. Ready to find your next favorite haircut? Let's start with a true classic. Style 1, the classic chin-length bob. Let's begin with the one that truly never left the room. The classic chin-length bob. It's not flashy. It doesn't try too hard. And that's exactly why it works. This is the kind of bob haircut for women over 60 that flatters almost every face shape. It gently frames the jawline, lifts the cheekbones, and honestly, it just gives your features the spotlight without stealing it. And you know what I love most? It doesn't ask for much in return. A little trim here, a bit of shine there, and she's good to go. If your hair is starting to feel a bit uncooperative, and let's be honest, whose isn't some days? The classic bob brings it back in line, gracefully, not forcefully. I had a lovely client once, 68, silver hair like soft moonlight, and she wore this style for over 20 years. Not because she was stuck in her ways, but because she knew what worked. And when she walked into the salon, heads turned. Every single time. So if you're looking for a timeless bob haircut over 60 that's polished but never fussy, this one's a beautiful place to start. And remember, style isn't about changing who you are. It's about choosing what reflects you just a little better. Style 2, the soft layered bob. Now, if the classic bob is all about clean lines and structure, then the soft layered bob is its more relaxed, poetic sister. This one's perfect for those of us who want a little movement, a little lift, without all the fuss. The gentle layers add shape and bounce, especially if your hair has gotten thinner over the years. And let's be real, thin hair over 60 is more common than most of us care to admit. But here's the magic. Instead of fighting it, the layered bob for women over 60 works with it, giving your hair that effortless volume that feels soft, not stiff. There's something almost romantic about it. It sways when you move, it catches the light, and it whispers, I didn't try too hard, but I still showed up. One of my favorite women, a retired painter in her 70s, once told me, I want my hair to look like a watercolor, not a blueprint. Guess what style she wore? Yep, soft layers, chin grazing, and full of grace. If you lean toward natural beauty, slower mornings, and styles that don't need constant adjusting, this may just be the best bob haircut for women over 60 who value ease and elegance. Because aging gracefully isn't about letting go. It's about letting softness lead. Style 3, the sleek straight bob with side part. Now let's talk about a bob that's quietly powerful. The sleek straight bob with a side part. There's something deeply satisfying about clean lines and a gentle side sweep. It says, I've got things handled, and I look good doing it. This style is especially flattering if you've got a strong jawline or cheekbones that deserve a little spotlight. The sleekness brings polish, while the side part adds softness. A beautiful balance for women over 60 who want something refined but never rigid. And if your mornings are more black coffee and birdsong than curling irons and hairspray, you'll appreciate how low maintenance this cut can be. It works beautifully with fine hair over 60, especially when you let it fall just below the chin. It gives that graceful neck lengthening effect. No high collars required. Pro tip: a subtle shine serum and a light blow dry with a round brush can do wonders. Nothing heavy, nothing sticky, just elegant simplicity. I once had a client in her mid-60s, former librarian, glasses, warm brown hair, and she wore this style like it was custom made for her. She said, "It makes me feel like myself, just a little more put together." And honestly, isn't that all we ever really want? So, if you're craving a style that's crisp, classic, and oh so timeless, the sleek bob with side part for women over 60 is a beautiful match. Style 4. The French-inspired bob. Now, if you've ever admired that effortless je ne sais quoi charm of French women, you'll fall in love with the French-inspired bob. It's short, chic, and just a little undone, in the best way. Think softly tucked under, grazing the jaw or just above the chin, with a hint of movement and maybe even a light fringe. It's not trying to be perfect, and that's its whole appeal. This is the kind of bob haircut for women over 60 that feels light and alive. You don't need to style it into submission. In fact, it's better when it looks like you've barely touched it. And if you're someone who enjoys a slower pace, who likes your hair to match your days, gentle, unhurried, quietly expressive, this style speaks your language. It works beautifully for fine hair, straight hair, or even soft waves. And yes, a little curtain bang or a wispy fringe, completely optional but utterly charming. One of my clients, an art teacher in her early 70s, wore this look with oversized earrings and a warm laugh. She told me, "I don't want to look younger. I just want to look like I belong in a story." And this cut, it told her story. If you've ever typed elegant bob styles for women over 60 or classic short bob with bangs, well, you might have already seen this one. And now you know why it keeps coming back. Because beauty doesn't always have to arrive loudly. Sometimes it just walks in, holding a baguette. Style 5. The tucked under bob with volume at the crown. Now let's talk about something a little more uplifting. Literally. The tucked under bob with volume at the crown is one of those quietly powerful styles, especially if you've been struggling with a flat crown or thinning at the top. You know that moment when you catch your reflection and think, "Why does my hair look so tired?" Not messy, not unclean, just lacking life. Well, this bob with volume for flat crown over 60 gives your whole look a gentle lift, without teasing, hairspray towers, or anything fussy. It's cut in a way that naturally curves under at the ends, while the crown is layered just enough to add air and movement. The result? A silhouette that feels balanced, softly rounded, and dare I say, a little cheeky. This style works wonders for fine hair, and it's especially flattering on women who want to add a bit of shape without going too short. I remember a client who once said, "I don't want big hair. I just want it to look like I still have some hair." We both laughed, but when she saw this bob on her, she actually teared up. It made her feel seen again. If you've been Googling things like how to fix flat crown after 60 or facelifting bob styles for women over 60, you're not alone. And this tucked undercut might just be your best kept secret. Because sometimes a little height in your hair can give you a little lift in your day too. So maybe timeless style isn't really about hair at all. Maybe it's about knowing who you are and choosing hair that remembers with you. Hair that doesn't try to make you someone else, but simply honors the woman you already are. These timeless bob haircuts for women over 60, the classic, the layered, the sleek, the French-inspired, and the volume-boosting tucked under bob, they've lasted for a reason. Not because they're trendy, but because they work with you, not against you. Whether you've got thin hair, a flat crown, or you just want something that fits your pace of life, these styles are here to say, you're still in the story, and you still get to choose how you show up in it. If this video made you smile, or reminded you of what beauty can feel like at this stage of life, I'd be honored if you joined us here at Glow After 60. We're building something gentle, beautiful, and real. No pressure, no pretense, just thoughtful style for thoughtful women. So hit subscribe, leave me a comment, and tell me, which of these bobs feels most like you? I'll see you in the next video, and until then, stay soft, stay grounded, and stay glowing.